Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Alex, I hope all is well with you. Now that the first 3 episodes have been available for a few days and been seen now by a great number of people, the show, by the way, is currently the #1 trending show on Netflix, so it's getting the most views of any show on the biggest streaming platform in the world. Now that this show has been widely seen and the initial attacks and ridiculous biased reactions from the tabloid media is slowing down slightly, we are seeing a turning of the tide, and one of the reasons for this is because the public who have been watching it in huge numbers have a mind of their own and can see it for what it is, and then look at the tabloid media coverage and realise how untrue so much of it is. Much of it existing initially to put people off of watching it, but that has not worked. Now you will see a sea change because ultimately these media organisations have to buckle to public opinion, otherwise they fear losing their readership. Here is one article in the Telegraph today. Harry and Meghan are neither contrived nor fake. What you see on telly is what you get in real life. The Sussexes are not asking anybody to like what they say. Just listen to it if they happen to have a passing interest in the story. Here is a clip from this article. Talking about members of parliament trying to strip the couple of their titles recently, titles they don't even bother to use most of the time. It says in the article, as it turns out, the member of parliament for the Isle of Wight could have saved himself the trouble of trying to table this motion by simply watching the first volume of Liz Garbus's Netflix series, at which point he would have realised that Harry and Meghan have beaten him to it by removing their titles themselves. Throughout the 3 hours currently available on the streaming service, there is none of the pomp or ceremony that the tabloids and various politicians are so keen to strip the couple of today. Here we get to see H and M or Has and Meg rather than the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who have variously been portrayed as hypocritical, money-grabbing, deceitful, and at one point even partly responsible for fueling drought, murder, and human rights abuses after Meghan once had the temerity to admit to liking avocado on toast. That's one loaded piece of toast, she wryly observed in last year's sit-down with Oprah Winfrey. But if that interview had more in the way of headline-grabbing revelations, I think that Garbus's documentary series has come the closest to capturing the couple as they really are in private. The article finishes with, Harry has given us what we wanted. He has responded extensively and eloquently to the question we have been asking him his whole life, that so many seem not to like. The answer he has given is a problem for us, not him. Then we have this article from The Guardian which focuses on the racial angle, which of course exists and is there, but I will maintain that primary reason for the difficulties arose mostly out of Meghan and Harry's popularity with the public around the world, and this was what was seen as a threat, and the smear campaign against them is primarily about destroying the public's image of them, reducing their popularity while simultaneously raising the profile and popularity of other royal family members, which has not worked as well as they had hoped. In this Guardian article, it is called A White Lens Sees Harry and Meghan as Villains Through a Black One. They've done Britain a favour. In this article it says, long before a nanosecond of the documentary had been seen by anyone, and therefore long before it could name its Goliath, much of Britain's media had agreed that Harry and Meghan was a poisonous, one-sided freak show intent on tearing down the royal family. Plot twist, it turned out that much of the British media was the actual Goliath, and the royal family was what Harry was trying to protect and liberate. Throughout the programme, Harry's pain, fury and disgust at the treatment of his family by some wings of the British media was evident for all of us to see. It finishes up with, from colonialism to slavery, given the central role Britain played in the cascading of racism around the world, Harry's involvement in this love and anti-racism story and the documenting of it is really important. He should be commended. He is doing more to enlighten and enhance our society than he would have achieved by staying as a working member of the royal household. As opposed to scuppering an opportunity to make progress on race, for once we may actually have blundered into making good on the opportunity if only the tabloids could see it. So as you can see, a public sentiment turns after so many watch the documentary, so the media in the UK will also then have to put out an opinion that reflects that. Please leave a comment and let others hear your opinion.